morning and welcome. It is Monday, June 18th. It's about 7:25 a.m. Hello, welcome. It's been a while since I've touched base. It has been an extremely busy end of last week and over the weekend, and it's going to be really busy all through this week. So I'm just now, since Thursday night, having a chance to sit down and get my desk organized, which has become kind of a excuse me, catch-all for all things crafty and family related and school notices. Like, this place is a mess. So I figured while I was organizing, because I have very little time, I would chat with you guys about kind of what's going on, just to kind of catch up, a quick vloggy life update thing. And I can kind of do both at the same time. So let's go ahead and just get started. So last week, I think I left you guys with talking about the birthday party invitations for my daughter that I was going to casually work on during my downtime and then get to the school this week. My daughter's teacher emailed me like Thursday morning last week and said, you know, if we could have those invitations by Friday so that I can get them in the kids' backpacks, it's really going to help, because we're not going to have a lot of time to get that stuff home the following week, meaning this week, meaning today, Monday, because it's the last week of school. So I'm like, no problem. So I had like 20 invitations that I still had to pull together. I had done all the coloring and, you know, cut the card bases and so on and so forth, but I hadn't quite wasn't quite ready. So I was actually up until about 1 o'clock in the morning, Friday morning, pulling those together. And it got to the point where I was literally like, you can see some of the work piles over here. We intend to invite a lot of family and non-school friends as well, but I was literally just die cutting like what I needed to complete the invitations to go to school, because I didn't have time to put everything else together. So I actually still have some invitations that I need to assemble to pull it together so that I can get those in the mail this week for the family and friends, and also to show you guys, because I wanted some to show you guys, but I ended up having to send whatever I had done into the school to get that to whatever. So my plan is actually later today, when I get back, and I'll get into that in a little bit, to actually sit down and focus and get the rest of them assembled, and then do a quick project share video for you guys to show those off, because excuse me, I think they came out really cool. But I literally was just trying to pull together and finish what I could to get that stuff out. Exhausting. So I was up very late but we finally did get them to school. I just dropped a die cut on the floor here that I need to scoop up. And I did end up changing some of my design concept on one of the cards, so I have a bunch of extra die cuts to save for the next project. So I'm going to actually kind of leave these on the desk, and I have a bunch of stamp sets that I've been working with over here piled up as well, so I'm just going to kind of neaten the pile a little bit. I will get to you later. So let's see what else is going on. So that was my Thursday night into Friday morning. Friday night, the softball season, my daughter is in the 3rd and 4th grade regional softball league. Their first playoff game was Friday night, so we ended up having to drive. It was an away game. All the playoffs and the championship games are held at this particular park. It's about 45 minutes away. So we had the first game on Friday night, and the girls won, which was awesome. Then Saturday we had a doubleheader. We had 2 back-to-back games with only about 15 minutes in between the games. And the girls won both games, which was amazing. They worked so hard. They were so tired and so hungry and so cranky with each other. You know, like 8, 9, 10-year-old girls are starting to get hormonal, and, you know, they were snapping at each other, and it was really rough. But they pulled it together, and they won by a pretty significant margin on both games. That noise in the background that you may be hearing come on and off every once in a while is our air conditioner. We have a new air conditioner that maintains temperature, so it will kick on by itself and turn off and whatever. So you may or may not hear that going in. Anyway, so that was Saturday, and it was a beautiful day. Of course, I got sunburnt, even though I was wearing strong sunscreen, and I had an umbrella on. So the girls won both of the playoff games on Saturday, so they advanced to the championships, which was yesterday. And we went to the championship game yesterday, and it was, if you win the first one, you will go on to the final game, which was right after. We lost the first game. However, the girls played amazing. The other team was just really kick-ass. And I don't want to say that they were playing dirty because they weren't cheating, but they were definitely playing a lot more aggressively than our girls had been taught how to play. Definitely, it was definitely a learning experience, having been in this particular league with my daughter for 3 years now. It was definitely a learning experience because the girls had never, I mean, Leah, my daughter, as long as she's been on the team, has never actually advanced to the championships. And in fact, we were told yesterday in the 3rd and 4th grade division for our town, the girls have never made it to the championships at all. So it was a really cool thing for them and for the girls. But so I don't even know if the coaches knew to train the girls to do those things. And again, it's not that they were cheating. It's just that they played a lot more aggressively, and they kind of dug a little bit deeper into the vault for kind of these rules that even our coaches weren't really aware of. With some particular things, and they were very aggressive with stealing the bases and all sorts of things. That now I should point out that during the regular play, during the regular season, there are limits to those sorts of things. What I guess our coaches didn't know is that kind of all bets are off when it comes to the championship. So, and it was a longer game as well. Normally the girls only play a 4-inning game. The championship around is a 6-inning game. So our girls were completely exhausted, completely unprepared. They got behind a couple of times. They managed to close the gap and even get ahead a couple of times. And it looked like the other team was a couple of points ahead going into the final inning. Our girls caught up, and they were ready to. We were the last at bat, so we were ready to take over. We ended up getting three outs rather quickly. So, you know, a couple of caught balls, and so we were out of there the last inning very quickly. It was over very soon, and in fact, some of the girls on my daughter's team actually started crying because they were so surprised that it was over so quick. But the other team was amazing. They played very well. After we got our stuff packed up a little bit and did the photographs with our team, Leah and I went over to the dugout for the other team and talked to some of the parents and congratulated some of the girls on a game very well played. It was really exciting, let me tell you. There was lots of screaming and shouting. The other team, they deserved to win. They were obviously the better players, but our girls did hang on, and they did fight with every last ounce of their being in most cases, and it was really awesome to see, and we're really proud of our girls. So they did end up losing. And again, a lot of us parents were like, oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for losing, because I couldn't see our girls going on for another 6-inning game like 20 minutes after that one ended. They were under a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, even girls that, and again, this is not necessarily, this is stress that they're putting on themselves, and each other. Even girls that aren't necessarily prone to being stressed out that easily were crying. It was a lot. It was a lot, I tell you. Really glad that it's over. And I'm really glad my daughter, Leah, is really easygoing. She's a good sport. She doesn't really necessarily care about stuff too much. And I don't mean that in the bad sense, but she's a pretty good sport. So she doesn't, care if she gets out. She doesn't care if she loses. Anything, as long as she's having fun. Like, a couple of times this season, she slid into home base and got tagged out. And she's not even upset about being tagged out. She's excited because she got to slide. Because that was fun for her, So, I mean, that's kind of the attitude that my daughter brings to the table. And Leah did wonderful yesterday. She didn't, she just had a great attitude, and even at the end, even when some of the other girls were upset and had started crying, my daughter was the first one to start hugging and comforting other kids. And I think I've told you guys before, the little girl that Leah has had problems with maybe the past 2 years, a little bit of bullying incidences going on, and this other little girl has had it rough, so we're not unsympathetic to what she's been going through. But she's on the team as well, and she was one of the first ones to start crying, and it was just very sweet to watch my daughter's the first one to run to her to hug and comfort her. And I mean, that's how awesome my kid is. So Leah did great. A lot of the parents were very relieved that we actually didn't win because our girls were unprepared. They were just unprepared. We weren't ready for any of that. And it's a lot of stress, and it was a lot of stress to the parents as well, because our kids were just freaking out there and, you know, trying to calm them down. Anyway, so a lot of the parents, us included, had the backup plan that if the girls didn't win the first game, we would all take off and go back home and go to the town beach and go swimming and take our girls swimming and have a picnic lunch. And we ended up doing that. So that was really nice. And my daughter's best friend's family showed up as well, maybe about an hour after we got there. But they went home. Her father is the head coach, so they went home and unpacked their stuff and got their bathing suits and had their lunch and then came back to the beach. But so that was really nice that my daughter and her friend got to just spend time at the beach. And so we spent another 4 hours at the beach that afternoon, despite the fact that I was wearing like SPF 80 and I was in the shade and I had an umbrella on and I had a hat. I am still sunburned and really uncomfortable. I'm genuinely thinking that this might be a summer for me to stay indoors. The problem seems to get worse and worse as I get older. I'm so sensitive to the sun. And my husband, who is not nearly sensitive to the sun, even got like a sunburn on his knees yesterday. So you guys be careful out there if you go outside. This climate change thing and this ozone layer disappearing, this is not a joke. Skin cancer is a real thing. Anyway, so that was really nice to go swimming, but we were all just completely exhausted, and it's been a really long couple of days. And then we left the beach and then came home. My daughter's final school project is due today. So last night she had to make a visual to accompany her project. It's like this big essay. Basically everybody's assigned an Asian country and you have to do a presentation on it. And she was assigned the country of Turkey. So for her physical presentation that she wanted to do was to make Turkish rice pudding to bring in. So obviously this isn't something that we could have done like, 2 weeks ago. Like all the kids that are making dioramas and stuff. You have to actually make it fresh if you're going to have people actually sample the dessert. So we did that last night, and that was exhausting. Rice pudding is labor intensive. So that was finally over. So her presentation is today, and she wants me to go. So this is my hurry to make this video this morning, because I need to run out. I need to leave here in like half an hour. And then run down to the school and watch her presentation. And then I can come back here and tidy and start to do laundry and work on these cards. And I have a couple of other videos that I want to line up for you guys. So today I don't have too much going on, except tonight is the party for the softball girls at a local dairy farm where they're all going to have ice cream. And it's actually fun because they have like a playground area and it's like a little petting zoo. So, but that's still something that I have to do tonight. And then come home and still magically, get dinner on the table or something. Oh, this is trash. I'm kind of going through my mail at the same time. I'm sure you guys get all these stupid credit card offers all the time. To the shredder they go. Anyway, so we have that tonight. Tomorrow, my daughter is literacy day or something like that. I think it's tomorrow. It's either tomorrow or Wednesday. I have to look that up. At school, and the parents are invited to come in and read books with their children. I did it with my daughter last year. She was almost in tears at the thought of me not doing it again this year for her. So I'm not sure. I have to double check to make sure what day it's on. I might not go if it's tomorrow because my husband's having his oral surgery tomorrow. He's having that tooth taken out from that dental infection that he's been fighting and still taking medication for. So I'm not sure about that, or later this week. And Thursday is the last day of school, and it's only a half day of school. And as soon as I get Leah off the bus, we have to travel down south because I need my blood work done to check on that medication that I just started. So, and then Friday is going to be busy cleaning and packing, and Saturday we have to leave at like 4 o'clock in the morning to drive, oh, here's my air conditioner again, to drive up to northern Maine to attend the baby shower for my stepson and his wife. And it's like a 6-hour drive. We didn't want to go and stay, spend the night in a hotel up there, and then spend a Saturday night, and then spend Sunday with my other stepson. I'm sure he'll be at the shower, but then spend Sunday with him because his birthday is just in a couple of days, so we can, kind of take him out on the movies or something. on Sunday to spend time with him before we drive home. I don't think that's going to work out because I don't think that we can kind of spare the money right now for a hotel with everything else that we have going on with our bills and so on and so forth. So we might not do that. We might have to come home right after the party. So Saturday we're looking at probably 12 hours round trip driving, which is going to be exhausting. I went Friday. I just had the worst day ever on Friday. I went to, I wasn't going to, I was up, remember I was up till 1 o'clock in the morning working on the invitations for my daughter. I really needed a crafting break Friday morning. I dropped Leah off at school because my husband had to be at work early. I was sitting there in the parking lot dropping her off and watching her walk up the hill to the school. I was just dreading the idea of coming home and having to craft. Because I knew, you know, this pile of crap that was waiting for me. I was just dreading the idea of facing it. And I just couldn't do it. And I had so many other things to do. I knew at that point that we had a game that night, you know, Friday night, the first playoff game, and, you know, we were going to be busy all weekend with playoff games. Like, I knew that all of this was coming. And I was just exhausted and couldn't deal with it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take the morning off. And I need to get stuff done anyway because we've got that long car trip coming up the next weekend for the baby shower. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go get my oil change, and I'm going to get new wipers for my car because I've been asking my husband to put new wiper blades on forever and he hadn't gotten a chance to do it. Get my tires looked at because they've been running a little bit low. I'm going to go do my car maintenance stuff, and I'm going to get that over and take the morning for me and go maybe pick up a little gift for my husband for Father's Day. So, and I normally get my oil changed at Walmart just because here there's no other place that's kind of, I know it sounds really weird, but no other place is honest as the Walmart to get your oil changed. We've not had any problems with our Walmart, but like the oil lube place has ripped us off like a bunch of times, but the Walmart is pretty good. And the manager of that department is I don't want to say a friend, but a former customer of my husband's who's friendly with my husband. So they usually take care of us at the Walmart oil lube and tire place. So anyway, so I was going to go to Walmart and do that, and I figured I'd look around for an inexpensive little Father's Day gift for my husband while I was there and pick up a couple other things. Anyway, so I got about halfway to the Walmart when my car started making this horrible loud noise, and I was like, what the hell is that? It sounded like something rotating in the engine that was making problems. I didn't know if it was a belt or something. Excuse me. So I happened to be kind of near our mechanic, going in the direction of our mechanic. So I just head directly to, and I knew my husband was like an hour away. He couldn't help me. And plus he had to go to work early because he had his boss was going to be there. So I knew he couldn't leave to help me. So I went directly to the mechanic, and he's like, oh my gosh, I'd love to help you, but I'm so busy right now. I have a guy that's out on medical leave because he had surgery, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to have to turn you away. Good luck. Here's another mechanic that I trust that you can go to, blah, blah, blah. So I got in my car and I was getting ready to leave the parking lot, and the noise sounded different as I was trying to drive out of his parking lot. It sounded like something was dragging. So I got to the kind of the exit of his parking lot, and I pulled over to the side a little bit, and I was just going to jump out and see what was dragging off my car. When he came running out of the garage and said, oh my God, I can see it from here. I know what's wrong with your car. I can't let you leave like that. I have some kind of like a metal strap or something that goes around something underneath there that was dragging on the ground. Now, come to find out later, because he's going to make time to work on my car to fix whatever's wrong with my car. Apparently my husband knew that this particular thing was an issue, and he had put like a temporary binding up there to keep it up there until he could find the time to replace this part. So my husband knew there was a problem. What the noise that I was hearing was my husband's little patch repair had fallen off and the part was dragging on the ground. So I had no idea that any of this was happening. As soon, obviously, I got out of the car, I'm texting my husband trying to figure out what the heck's going on. So anyway, so the mechanic was kind enough to repatch, only better than what my husband did, repatch the fix, and he ordered the parts for us to do the real fix, because my husband's obviously not going to have the time to do it. So we'll go in after we get back from Maine and have that part repaired. But that was, time and money that I wasn't planning on spending, because obviously the mechanic needs to get paid for helping us out with the temporary fix. And now I have to budget another fix to the car, which again, I didn't know about. My husband never told me that I'm driving around with a car that has some sort of a strap holding a pipe up. Anyway, it was not, I mean, obviously aside from the dragging, which the mechanic didn't let me leave with the dragging, whatever's wrong with it is not dangerous and shouldn't affect the car too much, and so it's okay to continue as is temporarily until we get back from Maine and the mechanic has the part to fix the thing. Anyway, so that was Friday, and then I got to Walmart to get my oil changed, and they said it's going to be like an hour and a half until we can do it, and it's like, oh, all these eye rolls. Like, of course, because now it's not first thing in the morning. I had planned to be there right when they opened, but, you know, the delay with the car repair, and it's like, fine, whatever, just an hour and a half, and I'll just wander around Walmart for an hour and a half, whatever. So, so I give them my keys, and then I start walking away, and I'm just texting my husband as I'm walking away to let him know that the car was all set for now, and, you know, all of that stuff. So my husband's like, oh, good, can you come to my work? He ripped his pants at work. Like, right up the thigh, ripped his pants, and his boss was going to be there in like 2 minutes, and I'm half an hour away, and he's like, you're at Walmart, I need you to get me a pair of pants and bring them to work. So I found a pair of pants that fit him, and basically ran to the oil change place and said, you guys said it was going to be wild till you get to my car. Can I have my keys back? We're having a ripped pants at work emergency. I need to bring these up to my husband, and they, you know, laughing, but of course they gave me my keys back, and they were kind enough to hold my place in line while I went and brought the pants to my husband, and then came back, and then got my oil changed. And then after I got my oil changed, I'm thinking, as I'm in Walmart, that we're not going to have any time to do anything for the rest of the weekend. I need to get some groceries. We need to get some food in the house, because we're not going to have time to go grocery shopping on Sunday, and we didn't, so that's quite right. So, you know, to just complicate my day of errands, we, after I got my oil changed, which wasn't as long because I was gone for an hour to bring the pants to my husband, then I went to the grocery store and bought groceries, and then went home and unpacked everything, and just enough time to get my daughter off the bus and then take her take her to her game. So just an exhausting couple of days. I do need to leave here in about half. I'm supposed to be doing this. I have this whole pile of stuff that I threw on my desk to remember to add to the calendar here. What's today? The 18th. Oh shit, it's my husband's doctor's appointment tomorrow. I need to call them. Oh, it's field day tomorrow, I think, at school, so maybe it's the, literacy day is the 20th. Yeah, okay, here's literacy day right here. So it's Wednesday. My husband also has a phone job interview tomorrow, too, so that's cool. For another company, which should be nice. So anyway, thanks for sticking around and visiting me while I clean my desk and chat my head off here. I will be back, and I will finish these invitations because I have to get them in the mail, but I will be sure to do a quick show off for you guys so that you can see what I came up with for the invitations. I do have a Happy Mail haul to open, and I do have my June Hero Arts kit that I haven't even had a chance to open, so I will work on making those videos for you guys later. Again, I just kind of wanted to update you guys on what's been going on for me in a chatty video. I know not everybody likes my chatty vlog videos, so I'm making more of an effort to separate just chat from actual productive craft stuff into separate videos. So there you go. I took a shower this morning. I'm gonna go, my hair is kind of dry a little bit. I'm gonna go pin up my hair and do my makeup and feed the pets and start thinking about getting out of here to run to the school for that presentation for my daughter. Thanks very much. I'm gonna upload this while I'm out, and then when I get home I will focus more on some of these projects and knocking some things off my to-do list. I hope that you had a nice weekend, and I hope you have a great day. Bye! Hi, it's me again. I'm so scatterbrained I forgot to remind you that today, Monday, is the last day to enter my 300 subscriber giveaway. So if you're interested, look back at that video and do all the things that you need to do to enter. You have until midnight tonight Eastern Standard Time to sign up for that. And then I will do the drawing probably on Wednesday, because I think I'm going to be busy. My husband's having dental surgery on Tuesday, so I'm probably going to be busy dealing with man flu. Male illness on Tuesday, so probably Wednesday I will do the drawing for that, and then I will let you guys know. But here's a quick look-see at how terribly messy my desk still is, even after all that. Okay, this is really it. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye!